Are you guys ready to do a deep dive into the law of attraction? Welcome to Exquisite Mystic, guys. So glad to have you guys here. We talk about spiritual topics on this channel. If that's your thing, you can like and subscribe. For similar content, hit the notification bells, and let's get into this law of attraction. I talked about this a little bit on my Exquisite Nation channel. I will link that in the description for you guys. It is a self-improvement, self-help channel, and if you're interested in that, you can check it out. But we are going to talk about it on this channel, and we're going to focus more on the spiritual aspect of this, which is obtaining those vibrational frequencies. Everything around you has a vibrational frequency. You're going to attract things that vibrate on the same level as you. Law of attraction, if you look at the brief description of it, it is saying that positive thoughts will attract positive things. And that is true to a certain extent. You do need to take positive action. I talked about my journals on this channel before, and they give you a ordered way to direct your steps so that you can achieve things. I will link my journals in the description if you want to buy one, or you can make your own. You can get a journal for $1, probably less than $1, at your local store, and all you have to do is set it up in this way. On the left side, you're going to write your to-do list. Underneath, that's going to be half your page. Bottom half of the page is going to be your gratitude journal section. Write all the things you're grateful for. On the right page, it's going to be your goals, 5 to 10 goals. I do 5, and that's what's offered in my journals, 5. Write those down. I write them down in the form of an affirmation, which you can do affirmations or affirmations. We'll talk about those a little bit later. And underneath those goals, I write like my journaling, what happened that day, which is important because you need to go back and evaluate from time to time if you're not achieving and see what you're spending your time doing. Now, the to-do list, very important, guys. Think of baby steps to achieve those goals, those 5 to 10 goals. Something needs to be on your to-do list that's going to take you a step closer to those goals every day. So some of you might not know how to get closer to that. So in that case, you should be researching every day. Now, if you guys have a goal like me to be a writer, something that you can have on your to-do list every day, write a couple of sentences of a story. Research Kindle Vella. That's something I did recently. I had to add that on my to-do list. Research Kindle Vella. Research publishing your book. You have Amazon, KDP. Research that. There are other things, this is going to be different depending on what your goal is, but researching can help you get there if you have no idea what steps you need to take. Okay. Back to the law of attraction. A lot of people feel like achieving a positive mindset is as easy as doing affirmations, and it can be if you believe them, but for a lot of people, just saying, I am a writer, I am a homeowner, it's not enough, because you don't have that belief in them, and that belief is powerful. So there's a thing called affirmations. It's where you ask yourself questions every day versus saying these affirmations, and you'll say, how can I become a homeowner? How can I become a millionaire? And it forces your mind to think of ways to achieve these goals, because you're asking yourself this question every day, sometimes twice or 3 times a day. I do recommend repetition, as much as you can, because it helps. But I do my affirmations once a day. I did do them 3 times a day when I first started. And after I started achieving more things, I toned it down a bit because I had built a strong belief system in, in law of attraction. I do my vision board every year, which is another part of law of attraction. You put your vision board where you see it every day and it directs your focus. And that focus is the key because a lot of times you're not aware of ways to achieve your goals because you're not focused on your goals. You're focused on what's directly in front of you. And a lot of times that is going to be something negative. It's your job that you hate, a relationship you hate, a car you hate. So you're not as focused on ways to get better. On my other channel, I talked about it being similar to a room. If you look just at the wall that does not have that exit door, you don't realize that you can get out of that room. So you're stuck in a struggle room. And in your mind, it is a struggle bubble. And if you think about a bubble, there are no doors. You're just in that bubble and you don't understand that you can pop it. But you're just in that bubble and you're floating around in that struggle bubble. But you're not in a actual bubble. You just have to turn around and look at where you are and there's a door. You can get out. A lot of times we cover our windows with curtains. If you never moved them, you don't realize, hey, that's an exit too. So educate yourself so you can be aware of what's in front of you. A lot of times we just graze over it with our eyes and we don't really take in what's in front of us. There are ways out all around you. So get out of the struggle room. Escape that mediocrity. Look around you, take it all in. If you don't understand what you're seeing, then research it. Another thing about vibrational frequencies, a lot of the food you eat can affect your vibration and it can bring you down. Some of you need to keep food journals. This is something I was told to do. Write how you feel after you eat certain things. If they're not making you feel good, you might want to consider taking them out of your diet. There are things called parasites. We all have them. They come from fruits and vegetables, but some of the worst ones do come from meat consumption, especially pork. But they come from everything. We all have them, and we need to do parasite cleanses from time to time. And there are ways you can go about that. Well, I'll probably have to do a video specifically on cleansing. But right now, we're just talking about vibrational wise. Eliminating meat can help your vibration. Not saying you have to, but it's something you can consider. A lot of these animals, they hold a certain vibration when they die, and when you're consuming that dead flesh, and an animal has been tortured and tormented to death, which does happen in certain cases, you're picking up that vibration. There are things you can do to cleanse your energy, like a spiritual bath, smudging. Sometimes you're gonna have to be doing this after every meal. They do have humanely killed animals that aren't being tortured to death, and you can look into buying those. They cost a little bit more, but you have to think about it. A lot of these animals, I know especially pigs, they are driven insane sometimes before we even get to the point where we're eating them. These are sentient beings. There have been studies that have shown that pigs are smarter than dogs, and they literally go insane before their death sometimes because of the amounts of tortures that they go through. And you're consuming that insane flesh, and that can affect your vibration. Just do a cleanse. I actually recently bought some Florida water soap. I can link that in the description. Full disclosure, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you buy something through one of my links, I will get a commission. But just to, let's see, just trying to get you guys to understand that everything you do affects your vibration. how you treat people, the things you think. Thought forms have vibration. They are real, they are alive. And a lot of times they are not coming from you, they're coming from other entities. And you have to banish them, don't entertain them. Some of them may be coming from parasites that are in your body. This is why I say do a parasite cleanse. And you have to realize some of these animals, like I said before, they have went insane before death. And you're getting that energy from the flesh, from the parasites. The parasites are still alive. And they are holding that vibration, which parasites are already negative anyway. And you will see that a lot of times you're having nightmares. If you're getting up in the middle of the night to eat sweets and stuff a lot, those are parasites. That is a key hint right there when you're getting up in the middle of the night for sweets, because those are the hours when they are woke between midnight and 3 a.m. They're the most active. They're making you have nightmares. They're waking you up and telling you to eat sweets and sugar. Sugar has no nutritional value. You can look at studies that aren't spiritual at all. They are completely medical. Sugar feeds candida yeast and helps it grow. That is its nutritional food. It has no nutritional value for humans whatsoever or animals. So, with that being said, it is parasite food. And if you have a diet heavy in sugar and you're feeding these parasites, just know that they're going to drag your vibration down as they get stronger. So just try to keep your diet as balanced as possible. Meditate and cleanse yourself if you are still consuming meat, and do those parasite cleanses as often as you can to try to flush your system. Let's see. Back on topic, law of attraction, raising your vibrational frequency to get this law of attraction into play. Gratitude journaling. This is why I include that in my journals. It can raise your vibration because you're being grateful for everything you have in your life around you. And you're magnifying it, you're focusing on it, as opposed to magnifying the negative and just focusing on the negative. Think about that one wall, just looking at that one wall. There's no way out, might not even have a window on it. And that can be depressing if you're extremely unhappy where you are. You think you have no way out. Just look around you. Look around you. There are tons of things to be grateful for. And as you're in the process of listing these things that you have in your life that you can be grateful for, you'll start to notice there are also ways out. So take stock of your life. Look around you. Take it all in. Don't just focus on one thing that is bugging you. Shift the focus. I think I touched on all the topics that I wanted to touch on. I just want you to be aware of that all life possibilities are around you at all times. There's a future where you're destitute. There's a future where you're prosperous. Whichever one you focus on is where you're going to head. There's no such thing as standing still. Stagnation is a myth. Even water that is stagnant is putrid. We can't drink it. It has bacteria. It has all these yucky things in it. So that is stagnation. You're rotting from the inside out, and you're actually taking steps towards the destitution. So do you want to be a prosperous or destitute? Make a decision and order your steps, because you're taking steps whether you want to direct them or not towards one of those futures. So make sure that you set your intention to go where you want to go versus letting yourself drift towards more than likely a destitute future. Because yeah, we do have people who luck up and they aimlessly wander towards success, but more than likely, if you're aimlessly wandering, you're going to be destitute. That's the reality of this. So set your intentions, make those vision boards, journal daily, write your goals daily, and direct those steps, guys. That is so important for achieving and manifesting your future. Keep the law of attraction in mind. You're going to attract things that are vibrating at the same frequency as you, and I don't want you guys to attract things that you don't want, because a lot of times you might not want these things, but because you're vibrating on the same frequency as them, that is what is coming to you. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.